Welcome to Beacon English Podcast. We are doing a deep dive today into a really unique, a really different kind of source material.
It's not the usual stuff, is it?
Not at all. We don't have a research paper or, a financial report.
Hmm.
What we have is this compilation of incredibly personal stories, anecdotes, simple definitions of what family really means to people.
Mhm.
So our mission today is to sort of extract the foundational elements. What is it that transforms a group of relatives into a genuine bedrock? A truly safe place.
Exactly. And the data we have, it centers on these two fictional families, Paul's and Emily's. They share what gives them strength and that sense of unconditional love.
So we're looking past the anecdotes.
We're looking past the surface details, yeah.
Mm.
Past the favorite recipes or the funny vacation stories
Mhm.
to really identify, the universal architecture that provides that strength and support. We're trying to decode the blueprint of connection itself.
Okay, so this isn't just about learning vocabulary for you, the listener. It's about really understanding the core functions of a strong relational foundation. We're going to dissect what makes those memories, the happy ones, and even the challenging ones, so precious.
So if we just synthesize all these personal definitions right at the start,
Yeah.
what are the big concepts that immediately jump out from the material?
I'd say there are three. Three really strong, non-negotiable ideas.
The sources are remarkably consistent on this.
Yeah.
They boil the family function down to three immediate pillars. The first one is foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah. The family unit is your first teacher. It's the place where you learn the absolute essentials like kindness and, the value of hard work.
That makes perfect sense. They're setting your initial moral compass right from the very beginning. So what's the second pillar?
Safety and support.
Yeah,
And this is defined in the source by that promise of being always there for me no matter what.
no matter what.
It's that constant presence. It doesn't matter if you're near or far or what the circumstances are.
Yeah.
It's knowing you have a guaranteed backup plan in life.
And that leads right into the third one, which I think gets into emotional endurance. And that's resilience.
A huge one.
The sources mention again and again that family is the one place where even if you fail, and I mean fail spectacularly, they're the ones encouraging you to try again.
It's the psychological safety net. That's what allows for risk. It allows you to make mistakes and know you won't be, cast out.
So it's a powerful starting point. A strong relational foundation, according to this material, has to work across all three of those. It teaches you how to stand. That's the foundation.
It catches you if you fall, which is safety.
And it urges you to get back up. That's resilience.
Like a perfect summary.
Okay, so now let's move into the specific structures. How do families actually manage those three pillars? The material suggests they establish these distinct roles that create a kind of balance. Let's unpack the archetypes of support we see in Paul's family first.
Paul's family is a really classic example of complementarity. The roles fit together perfectly. His mother, Maria, is consistently described as the kind, patient cook.
A nurturer.
Exactly. She is the pillar of emotional nourishment, of comfort. The source explicitly notes her food is the best. She's really the heart of the home.
And then providing that necessary counterbalance, you have his father, Robert. He's the funny fixer.
The funny fixer. I love that description.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's the source of practical stability, but also levity. He brings laughter with his jokes, but he also brings physical help. He's very good at fixing things around the house.
So you have the emotional core meeting practical stability.
Right. And then you have the sister, Laura, who's described as artistic and smart, highlighting that shared childhood, the importance of play. Now let's contrast that with Emily's family. They achieve a similar balance, but, well, they do it differently.
They really do. Her mother, Jane, isn't the cook archetype. She's the energetic organizer. She loves gardening, reading. She provides the intellectual and structural framework for the family.
She's the one making sure schedules work and that there are opportunities for growth.
Yes. And her father, Tom, he's the calm and thoughtful presence. He's into history. He loves helping people. He's the grounding influence, or the moral compass of the family.
What about the sibling?
Emily has an older brother, Ben,
Mm-hmm.
and he fits the role of the protective older brother. He's athletic, into soccer. He offers that sense of immediate physical security and also, a bit of healthy rivalry.
What's really fascinating here, though, is the scale. It's not just the core family unit. Both Paul and Emily stress the sheer size of their extended families.
Oh, it's huge. Paul mentions about 10 cousins. Emily has 15 or even more.
And they don't just describe their big family gatherings as loud. The specific phrasing they use is fun noise or happy loud.
I think that's such a key distinction.
It is. So the immediate family provides these core roles, but the extended network, it seems, provides the sheer volume of support. Does the source material suggest that the strength of the foundation is actually proportional to the breadth of that network? Is happy loud just a code for healthy loud?
The evidence strongly implies that breadth matters, yes. Having all those aunts, uncles, and cousins means you're reinforced by so many different viewpoints, different skill
You're
sets.
not relying on just one or two people for everything.
Exactly. It confirms that deep feeling of belonging somewhere, always. It dilutes the pressure on any single member of the core family.
Okay, so if the network provides the volume, then traditions and rituals. Those must be the glue that holds that whole expansive network together. Let's look at how these families formalize their closeness through these very intentional routines.
These rituals are just crucial to where we create a shared history, a predictable rhythm to life. And what we see is a whole spectrum from these, monumental annual events all the way down to the quiet power of simple weekly routines.
Let's start with the grand ones, the big events. Emily's Christmas Eve seems like a perfect example. It's the huge dinner, the gift exchange, the whole extended family is there. It sounds like, exactly what you'd expect.
It does on the surface,
Yeah.
but the crucial detail, the real knowledge nugget, is that very specific ritual element they have.
Which is?
The dad reads the Christmas story from a very old book,
Ah.
and that's pure connection across time. It anchors the family not just to the present, to the gifts they're exchanging right now, but to all the past generations who held and read from that same physical object. It's an exercise in continuity.
So it's not even about the story itself, really. It's the tangible link to their history. Okay, let's contrast that with Paul's Thanksgiving, which feels much more active, more collaborative.
It's very different. Paul's tradition is defined by shared physical labor and activity. They travel to the grandparents' farm.
So there's a journey involved.
A pilgrimage almost, and everyone helps prepare the big turkey dinner. It's an active contribution from everyone. And then afterward, they engage in this outdoor team activity playing football. And the source even notes that Grandpa sometimes joins in.
I love that detail. And they formalize the end of that day with the element of fire. They have an evening bonfire.
Yes, roasting marshmallows, telling stories. Paul describes that specific activity with one word: magical. And that shared, almost primal experience of warmth and storytelling. It just solidifies the entire memory set for the day.
It's powerful stuff. But those are the grand rituals. The sources also focus just as much on the quiet power of the simple weekly routines, don't they?
They absolutely do. Take Paul's family, they have Sunday pizza night and a movie.
It's not complicated. It's just about consistency. They describe it as our time to relax and just be together. It's scheduled downtime, which is so important.
And Emily's family, they start every year with a long walk on New Year's Day. They call it a fresh start, something peaceful.
And this highlights a really critical insight, I think. The value of being together is often found not in complex planning or spending a lot of money.
No, not at all. It's in the simple, shared act of occupying the same space.
Of doing nothing special, but doing it consistently together.
That consistency is what reinforces that very deep, comforting feeling we talked about of belonging somewhere, always.
Mm.
All right, let's move beyond holidays and weekly routines. What about the daily activities that build connection? The sources show a really great blend of collaboration, a little bit of competition, and service.
The collaborative model is brilliantly shown by Paul's family through cooking. It's not just one person's chore, it's a shared learning experience.
Everyone has a job.
Everyone has a job. Dad chops, sister sets the table, Paul mixes, and they explore different cuisines, Italian, Mexican, American. It turns meal prep from a chore into this skill-sharing session.
I find Emily's family's focus on active, present activities really fascinating, like they're hiking in national parks. It's all about being disengaged from screens and engaged with each other. And with nature. They use that time for talking about everything and nothing, just pointing out birds and plants. It fosters a kind of unstructured, free-flowing dialogue that you don't always get.
We also see how a little bit of safe competition can strengthen bonds. Paul's family, for instance, they bond over watching sports on TV, cheering loudly with snacks.
Which is one way to do it. But Emily's family is different. They have competitive game nights.
Right. Board games, card games.
And the source says they get very competitive, but, and this is the key, it's strictly within good humor. That competitive energy creates that happy, loud atmosphere again. It shows that you can, fight hard, but still be on the same team.
And we can't overlook the importance of sharing values through service. Emily's family models that by giving back, By volunteering together at an animal shelter or cleaning up a local park.
Sharing a commitment to a cause that's outside the family unit, it has a way of solidifying the internal bond. It gives them a shared purpose.
And then, tying it all back to the simplest forms of connection. The sources keep reiterating the importance of just sitting and talking in the evenings.
Sometimes that's all it takes. After dinner, just sharing news from the day. These quiet moments of simple dialogue with no agenda, no complex activity, sometimes those are the most meaningful of all.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. This is where the sources deliver what I think is the most potent emotional insight. The material strongly suggests that the disasters, the mistakes, the awkward moments, they often become the most cherished memories.
Oh, absolutely. They become the family mythology.
The things that truly foster unconditional love, we're calling this the memory bank.
It's so true. I mean, the memory of a perfect Christmas dinner is fleeting, but the leaning tent disaster that lives forever. These memories prove that the family is a safe space for failure.
Let's talk about that one. Paul's family camping trip, the leaning tent. His dad, the funny fixer, couldn't fix it.
The one time his superpower failed him.
Exactly. He set up the poles incorrectly in the dark, and it led to this strange, memorable failure that they still talk about and laugh at years later. The failure of the fixer becomes the source of joy.
And what about Emily's attempt to bake a birthday cake?
Oh, this one is great. She used way too much baking powder.
So it just exploded.
It resulted in this massive, unique cake that looked like a giant mushroom. And apparently it tasted, unique.
I can only imagine.
But the crucial moment, the real lesson, is her father's response. He didn't criticize the result. He didn't get upset. He just called it the most unique cake he ever received.
And that is the absolute essence of unconditional acceptance, isn't it?
It is. It says your effort is what I value. The fact that you tried is what matters, even if the result is,
Wow.
well, strange or even terrible. It turns a failure into a positive, shared joke.
And it's not always these big, funny disasters. Look at the quiet moments of patience. Paul's memory of gardening with his grandmother, he planted a flower upside down.
A simple mistake a kid would make?
A simple mistake. And she didn't scold him or laugh at him. She just smiled and patiently turned it the right way up and used it as a moment to teach him about nature.
It's the gentle correction. It proves that family is where you can fundamentally misunderstand how something works. Whether it's gardening or, like that other story, trying to drive a toy car while it's still in the box, and they will still support you without judgment.
These memories are priceless. They confirm that your family is where you can be your most authentic, imperfect self, even when you misstep. The laughter confirms the support. And as the source notes, even when they don't have an answer for a big problem, just talking about it, just being heard, helps.
So if we summarize this entire deep dive, it seems we've learned that family strength is really built on three core pillars. First, supportive, complementary roles. Second, consistent, formalized routines and rituals, from something as simple as pizza night to a grand Thanksgiving.
And third, shared activities. Especially, and this is the key, especially those that generate unique, even disastrous memories.
It's a complete picture of why these connections are so vital.
It is. And I think the final knowledge nugget here for you to take away is recognizing that the most resilient foundations are the ones that prioritize psychological safety over perfection.
So think about your own foundation now. Which element provides you with the most resilience, the most support today? Is it a simple ritual, like a weekly walk? Is it a collaborative activity, like cooking a meal together? Or is it maybe a treasured, humorous disaster memory?
Understanding the core function of those connections, why they work, is the key knowledge we wanted to extract today.
The source material shows us that family means being your first teachers. They guide you on everything from kindness and hard work to, apparently, how to properly set up a tent.
Or how not to.
Or how not to. So here's our final thought for you to carry forward. If they taught you kindness and hard work, what is the single most important lesson from your family foundation that you carry forward with you today? Keep that thought with you.